Hey Taurus, welcome back to another reading. I just want to sit down with you today and share what came through in the cards because honestly, this energy is something else. I have been seeing this pattern with a few of you lately, and when I laid out the cards for this reading, everything just clicked into place. So grab whatever you are drinking right now, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what Spirit is showing me about this situation. Before we get into the cards themselves, I want to give you some context here. This reading is about someone who has been working against you. I am talking about that person who has been throwing obstacles in your path, trying to dim your light, maybe even spreading rumors or just generally being a toxic presence in your world. But here is what the universe wants you to know, Taurus. The tables are turning. That karma they have been dodging? It just caught up with them in a big way. So I shuffled with your energy in mind, asking Spirit to show me what is happening behind the scenes with this person and how their actions are coming back to them. And wow, the cards did not hold back. Let me share what came through. The first card I pulled is the King of Swords, and I have to tell you, when this card appeared in this position, I actually had to pause for a moment. The King of Swords represents clarity, truth, and intellectual authority. In this context, this card is showing me that there has been someone in your life who thought they were the smartest person in the room. This is someone who believed they could manipulate situations, control narratives, and basically outsmart everyone around them, including you. This person has been using their words as weapons, Taurus. They have been very calculated in how they approach things. Maybe they presented themselves as logical, reasonable, even helpful on the surface. But underneath all that supposed rationality, they were actually plotting and scheming. They might have given you advice that was designed to lead you astray. They might have used information you shared with them in confidence against you later. Or perhaps they positioned themselves as some kind of authority figure in your life or your circle, someone whose opinion carried weight, and they used that position to undermine you subtly. What is fascinating about the King of Swords appearing here is that this card usually represents someone who values truth and justice. But in this case, we are seeing the shadow side of this energy. This is someone who has been using their intelligence and communication skills for manipulation rather than enlightenment. They probably pride themselves on being clever, on being able to read people and situations. And for a while, they probably thought they were getting away with it. But here is what Spirit wants you to understand. The King of Swords is also a card of consequence. It is about the sword of truth cutting both ways. This person thought they could wield that sword only in the direction they chose, but that is not how universal law works. When you use your gifts for harm, when you twist truth into deception, that same energy comes back to you. And it is starting to come back to them now. I am seeing that this person is beginning to experience exposure. Their carefully constructed facade is starting to crack. People are beginning to see through the manipulation. The same intellectual games they played on others are now being played on them, or they are finding themselves in situations where their own words are being used against them. There is a poetic justice in this, Taurus. They used clarity and communication as weapons, and now those very things are revealing their true nature to the world. The second card that came out is the Empress. And this one really made me sit back and think because the Empress in this reading is representing you, Taurus. This makes so much sense when you think about it. The Empress is about abundance, creativity, nurturing energy, and natural growth. She is fertile ground, she is manifestation in its purest form, and she represents someone who creates beauty and value seemingly effortlessly. This is why this person targeted you in the first place. They saw your Empress energy, your ability to attract good things, your creative power, your natural magnetism, and it triggered something in them. Maybe you were getting opportunities they wanted. Maybe people naturally gravitated toward you in ways they did not gravitate toward them. Maybe you had a happiness or a contentment that they could not access in themselves. The Empress does not have to fight or scheme to receive blessings. Things come to the Empress naturally because she is aligned with the flow of abundance. And for someone operating from the Shadow King of Swords energy, someone who has to manipulate and calculate for everything they get, your natural ease probably drove them absolutely crazy. What I am seeing here is that no matter what this person did to try to block your blessings, they could not actually stop your growth. The Empress cannot be diminished by external attacks because her power comes from within, from her connection to source energy. You might have gone through a period where things felt harder, where you questioned yourself, where their influence seemed to be working. But that Empress energy in you? It was still there, still growing, still attracting what belongs to you. And here is the beautiful part. While this person was so focused on trying to tear you down, they were actually destroying themselves. They were pouring their energy into negativity and manipulation while you, even in your struggles, were still creating, still nurturing, still being a force of positive manifestation. The Empress always wins in the long run because she works with universal laws, not against them. Moving to the third card, I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is absolutely fascinating in this reading because it is showing me the contrast between you and this person even more clearly. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of dedication, skill mastery, and putting in honest work. It is about someone who sits down every single day and hones their craft, who believes in the value of consistent effort and genuine skill development. This card is appearing to show me that while this person was busy scheming and plotting against you, you were actually working. You were focused on your goals, on developing your skills, on building something real and lasting. The Eight of Pentacles does not have time for petty drama because they are too busy perfecting their craft. I am getting the sense that this person probably looked at your dedication and felt threatened by it. Maybe they saw you advancing in your career or your creative pursuits through genuine effort, and it highlighted their own lack of commitment to real growth. See, people who operate through manipulation often do so because they do not want to put in the actual work. They want shortcuts, they want to take what others have built, or they want to eliminate competition rather than becoming better themselves. But what the Eight of Pentacles is showing me is that your commitment to genuine growth and development has been your protection. While they were focused outward on tearing you down, you were focused inward on building yourself up. And you know what happens when you are genuinely developing mastery in your field or your path? You become untouchable. Your value becomes undeniable. Your skill speaks for itself. The universe is showing me that their attempts to sabotage you have actually failed in any lasting way because you cannot sabotage someone who is consistently doing the work and improving. You might be able to slow them down temporarily, but someone on the Eight of Pentacles path will always find their way back to their workbench, back to their craft, back to their purpose. And while you were building real foundations through honest effort, what were they building? Nothing sustainable. Just illusions and manipulations that are now crumbling around them. There is this saying that you cannot build a castle on quicksand, and that is exactly what they tried to do. The fourth card is the Two of Wands, and when this appeared I actually felt this surge of energy because this card is all about planning, vision, and standing at a threshold of possibility. The Two of Wands is someone who has already achieved initial success and is now looking out at the horizon, planning their next moves, envisioning bigger things. This is where you are right now, Taurus, or where you are rapidly moving toward. You are stepping into a phase of expansion and new opportunities. After everything you have been through, after all that work you have been putting in as shown by the Eight of Pentacles, you are now at a point where you get to make choices about your future from a position of power. What I love about the Two of Wands in this reading is that it shows you are no longer stuck in reactive mode. You are not spending your energy defending yourself or fighting against what this person was doing to you. Instead, you are in your power, looking forward, making strategic decisions about where you want to go next. The Two of Wands holds the world in their hand. They have options, they have vision, and they have the confidence to pursue ambitious goals. This is the energy that is available to you now. While this person is dealing with the consequences of their actions, you are literally planning your empire. I am also seeing that the Two of Wands can indicate partnerships and alliances. So while this person was trying to isolate you or turn people against you, what is actually happening is that you are attracting genuine connections, real allies, people who see your value and want to build something meaningful with you. The universe is replacing every fake connection they tried to use against you with authentic relationships that will actually support your growth. There is also this element of having a bird's eye view with the Two of Wands. You are starting to see the bigger picture now. You can look back at what happened with this person and understand it not as a personal attack that defines you, but as a chapter in your story that actually pushed you towards something better. You can see how their negativity, in a weird way, clarified what you do not want in your life and showed you who your real supporters are. Now we come to the 5th card and I pulled the 7 of Swords. Oh Taurus, when I tell you this card confirms everything. The 7 of Swords is the card of deception, sneaking around, theft, and underhanded tactics. This is literally showing me exactly what this person has been doing. The 7 of Swords depicts someone sneaking away with swords they have stolen, thinking they have gotten away with something. This person has been operating in the shadows, taking credit for things that were not theirs, spreading lies, manipulating situations from behind the scenes. They thought they were so clever, so slick, that nobody would ever catch on. But here is the thing about the 7 of Swords. The figure in this card might be sneaking away with some swords, but they had to leave others behind. They cannot take everything, and more importantly, they are always caught eventually. The 7 of Swords is not a card of successful deception in the long run. It is a card that shows the moment before the exposure, the brief window where someone thinks they have won through trickery. What Spirit is revealing through this card is that this person's tactics are now coming to light. Their schemes are being exposed. People are starting to ask questions. Things are not adding up the way they used to. Maybe someone caught them in a lie, or maybe their story has so many inconsistencies that people are finally paying attention. The 7 of Swords also shows that this person has been living with constant stress even when things seem to be going their way. When you build your life on deception, you are always looking over your shoulder. You are always afraid of being found out. You cannot ever truly relax or enjoy what you have because you know deep down it was obtained through dishonest means. And this is their poison, Taurus. This is the karma that is catching up with them. They created a life built on lies and manipulation, and now they have to live in that reality. They have to deal with the anxiety, the paranoia, the isolation that comes from being fundamentally dishonest. They poisoned their own well with their actions, and now they are the ones who have to drink from it. The final card I pulled is the Chariot, and wow, what a card to end on. The Chariot is victory, it is willpower, it is determination, and it is moving forward with absolute confidence. After everything we have seen in this reading, the Chariot is showing me that you are not just surviving this situation, you are thriving beyond it. The Chariot represents someone who has harnessed opposing forces and is now directing all that energy toward their goals. Think about what you have been through with this person. All that negativity, all those attacks, all that drama could have derailed you completely. But instead, you took all of that challenging energy and you used it as fuel. You used it to become more determined, more focused, more committed to your path. This card is telling me that you are entering a period of rapid advancement and success. The Chariot moves fast. This is not slow, gradual progress anymore. This is momentum building, opportunities opening up, recognition coming your way. And the best part? This person is going to have a front row seat to your success. While they are dealing with the fallout from their own actions, while their deceptions are being exposed, while they are experiencing the consequences of the poison they created, you are going to be out there winning. You are going to be achieving goals, reaching new levels, and showing everyone what genuine success built on real effort and integrity looks like. The Chariot also represents control and mastery. You are in the driver's seat of your life now, Taurus. Nobody else gets to steer your vehicle. This person tried to knock you off course, tried to take the reins from you, but the Chariot is confirmation that you have full control of your direction and your destiny. What I find really powerful about the Chariot appearing in this reading is that it shows divine timing and divine justice. The charioteer does not get distracted by what is happening on the sidelines. They keep their eyes forward, they maintain their focus, and they trust that they are being carried toward victory. That is where you are right now. So let me bring all of this together for you, Taurus, because the story these cards are telling is really clear. You have had someone in your life operating from that Shadow King of Swords energy, using their intelligence and communication skills to try to manipulate and harm you. They targeted you specifically because of your Empress energy, your natural ability to attract abundance and create value. They were threatened by what came easily to you. But while they were scheming, you were working. You were putting in genuine effort shown by the 8 of Pentacles, developing real skills and building actual foundations. And now you are standing at that 2 of Wands moment where you get to make powerful choices about your future, where you have vision and options and genuine opportunities opening up. Meanwhile, their Seven of Swords tactics are being exposed. The deception is coming to light. The manipulation is being revealed. And the poison they created through their toxic actions? They are the ones drinking it now. They are dealing with the consequences, the exposure, the loss of credibility and trust. And you? You are stepping into your Chariot energy. You are moving forward with momentum and confidence. You are achieving victory not through manipulation but through genuine effort, integrity, and alignment with your highest path. This is what karmic justice looks like, Taurus. It is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is just this quiet shift where the person who tried to harm you ends up trapped in the very web they created, while you break free and soar. They thought they were playing chess and moving pieces around to their advantage, but they did not realize they were actually just building their own prison. I want you to take a moment and really feel into this energy. Feel the relief of knowing that you do not have to fight this battle anymore. The universe is handling it. Feel the excitement of knowing that you are entering a powerful phase of growth and success. Feel the peace of knowing that your genuine efforts and your good heart have been your protection all along. If you have been feeling stuck or frustrated wondering when things would shift, this is your confirmation that the shift is happening now. Keep doing what you have been doing. Keep focusing on your work, your growth, your goals. Keep being that Empress energy of abundance and creation. Keep driving your chariot toward your dreams. And as for this person, you do not need to do anything about them. You do not need to expose them or confront them or get revenge. They are handling all of that themselves through the natural consequences of their own actions. Your job is simply to keep moving forward and living your best life. Trust that the universe sees everything, knows everything, and balances everything in perfect timing. You are protected, you are blessed, and you are heading toward amazing things. This difficult chapter is closing, and an incredible new one is beginning. I hope this reading brought you clarity and confirmation, Taurus. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments what part hit home the most. And remember, you are so much stronger and more powerful than anyone who tries to dim your light could ever understand.